This is Rightly Used with Adam and Karen.
Hello!
Hi!
We're back. Thanks for listening again.
Well, or for listening for the first time today if you didn't listen to the last one.
Weird place to start when there's just one introductory episode right there waiting for you. Jumping into episode 2. But you do you. Who are we to judge?
Absolutely.
Before we start though this week, I know this is only our second episode. I have got some corrections.
Oh,
We're off
God.
to brilliant. Again, see, if you started with this episode, you don't really understand what we're correcting. So go back. We'll wait.
It's only an hour of your time. I promise it won't kill you.
No, we'll wait here. And,
So,
no, don't wait.
oh.
Or should we allow them to pause? If you haven't listened to the first.
Alright, yeah. Press pause, go back to episode 1, then come back to here where you just paused. And then press play.
Yeah, so first episode at the gate, and we've made mistakes in it already.
Are they predominantly mine?
No, mine.
Oh.
Mine.
Woo!
First episode out of the gate, I made mistakes.
But-
I got our Twitter wrong.
Yeah, okay,
Twice.
that is kind of a basic thing.
Well, once on air and once off air behind the scenes. I started off, I spelled the name wrong. I can't type on my phone. I need tactile feedback of keyboards. A phone, I'm tapping glass.
You just need an
It's
old
not-
man phone.
I need buttons. And yeah, so I misspelled it and realised very, very shortly before recording the podcast, we need to correct the Twitter handle. And I gave even the wrong one out then on the show. So it would have been wrong anyway. We are at _ lightly used.
All one word.
Same as Instagram. Correction number 2. Your Bocal goggles,
Yeah.
they don't have a Nixie tube.
Oh.
I've got to put a link in the blog for this.
Okay.
A few days after recording it, Technology Connections, the knowledgeable geek in the brown
Yes,
tweed coat,
yes.
the awesome channel Technology Connections, he released a YouTube video about them. It's an RCA Numatron.
Oh.
He described them as the crudest possible way to produce a technically functional 7-segment display for digital devices.
Oh, sounds about right for me.
He actually introduced them as, they are terrible. They're also rare and expensive.
Oh.
Probably because they didn't sell very well at all. Because they're bad.
Oh. I might have to go and check eBay.
So you've
I
got,
might get my £10 back just on that
got
thing.
a rare, interesting bit of tech just thrown in the box.
Yay!
And now you know what it is.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
I
thank-
appreciate that correction.
Cheers, Technology Connections. Something we've been doing today, which we should have mentioned last week. Not really a correction, but just jog memory. Yellie's Marble Runs.
Oh, I do love Yella's marble runs.
If you haven't seen it on YouTube, start looking. I'll spell it out. It's JELLE''S.
Yeah, brilliant. If you like a bit of sporting competition between you and your friends that is more interesting than fantasy football and doesn't actually cost you anything other than maybe your dignity, I highly recommend Yella's Marble Runs. Adam has me completely addicted.
I found out about them when last week tonight with John Oliver sponsored a whole season of the events. So my team is Crazy Cat's Eyes.
And mine is absolutely correctly named for me, Balls of Chaos.
You've introduced your friend Jackson to it as well. He's got a team of his favourites.
Yeah, I think it's the Minty Maniacs, but if he hears this, I'm sure he'll correct me, and then we'll have a correction for episode 3.
Also, we'll put a link in the description of the show to
Yeah.
Yellie's Marble Runs. I think if we can try and get the rest of Chan Baby 4 involved, they can maybe pick their own favourite teams
Yeah, I
as well.
think we should have a Fantasy Yellow League between us.
But yeah, we've called dibs on ours, so Crazy Cat's Eyes is mine and Balls of Chaos is Karen's.
Yes.
You got to pick your own teams.
Absolutely.
And if you want to join on Discord, your favourite.
Oh, yeah, we do have a Discord. I will share the link on the website.
Yeah, link to the website. But yeah, maybe we can do a page on there for if we want to get people involved in there.
Yeah, that would be
Pick
really
your favourite
fun,
teams.
actually.
See how we do. They've started. You can catch up in about an hour so far.
Yeah, there's only been 4 races.
Hang on, by the time this show goes out.
Oh, there might have been
You can catch up in maybe
8
a weekend.
races. Yeah, definitely. Definitely in an afternoon.
It's season 7 of rallies. It's a sand rally.
Yeah.
Conditions so far have been quite variable, from very, very sunny to quite wet.
This is true, but I also have to say, Balls of Chaos aren't actually represented in the rally, so I've had to pick a backup team, so I've gone with Grasshopper.
This is allowed. We've decided this is allowed. Depending on the events, if your favourite team isn't competing, we're allowing you to pick a backup team.
Yes. It's only fair, because otherwise you wouldn't be involved, and that would be dumb.
We've been attempting some mooching as well today.
Yes, we've been to a couple of areas around Cardiff.
You did buy some stuff.
I did, yeah.
Some shorts.
I did. I bought myself a pair of size 14 denim short shorts. And the reason I sound so pleased about that is because I used to be a fat bitch. And now I'm a much less fat bitch. So I'm quite pleased with myself about that. Adam's giving me a very funny look, like, you're not a bitch.
I was wondering, is it safe to say congratulations or...
Congratulations on being less of a fat bitch. Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have said anything.
No,
I should have stayed here looking worried.
It's okay. No, I'll take all the praise and all the glory and all the kudos and the gold stars. Yes, very pleased with myself. Tra-la-la-la-la, yay me. So yeah, pair of denim short shorts for the summer, although technically it's the middle of July, so it really should be summer, but we've definitely dodged some showers today. I also found a tiny little Hornsey pottery mug of Mr. Pickwick, and his name rang a bell, so I'm going to do some research on that, and so that I know where it's from, because my brain is telling me that I should know. And the last thing that I bought was what looked on the shelf like a glass love egg. Genuinely thought it was a sex toy, so had to go up and just check, because the number of times people post butt plugs that have been put on the shelves of charity shops, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, that's wrong.
So I had to go and check. I had to. Curiosity got the better of me. But it turns out it's actually a really cool handmade piece of glass that has faces. So it's like an egg, but imagine it upside down. So the narrower end is at the bottom and the wider end is at the top. And it's a head. And as you turn it, the face changes on it, so it gives you different emotions. And me and the lady were talking about it in the shop, because she didn't know what it was. She thought it was like a mouse or something. She'd spent ages looking at it before she put it on the shelf. And I'd said, oh no, it's a face. So we had a little conversation about that, and we chatted and laughed and ha ha ha. And then I gave her £5 for it and walked out the shop gleefully.
I was just thinking of Hexadecimal from the TV series Reboot. The baddie who's just
spun
her face around with different faces.
Yes, very much like that, but less scary and way more tactile. Lovely to hold.
Right, before we get into our featured tat, I forgot. I got you a present.
Ooh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Oh, it's...
You're not going to like it.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I've just had a weird kind of jerk reaction to that. I actually feel physical. I'm not even putting this on. This is like borderline panic attack. I can't even look at it. Oh my god, I know exactly what that is, you bastard. I might actually cry. Oh my god. Why did you put Mr. Blobby in my hands?
No idea this was going to happen.
I didn't either.
I thought you might go, you twat, now we're going to take this to a charity shop. Get rid of it.
I'm going to burn that motherfucker. It's probably haunted. That honestly just really shocked me how I've responded to that. I'm genuinely surprised. I didn't know. I'm so sorry, listener. I'm so sorry.
Do we need to stop for a bit?
It's fine. I'll recover in a minute. Oh fuck.
I'll take it back then, yeah.
Oh, apologies for the language. No, I'm serious. I'm burning it. I'm burning it in a ritual down the beach at the weekend. Oh my god.
Might be something to finally put on my YouTube channel.
Oh, I think I finally found something I'm more scared of than clowns. And I didn't even know it was a fear. Oh my god.
I'm genuinely sorry. I was not expecting that at all. Holy shit. The fuck happened there? You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Oh, God.
That's not how I expected this portion of the show to go at all, dear listener.
Crikey. Like, when you said you got me a present, I was like, ooh, I've been a good girl. I'm going to get something nice here. That was not a treat.
Oh, that's the one I said there was a non-zero chance it was going back.
Yeah, but I thought that was maybe because it was something that I would find uniquely humorous.
Oh, no,
Not
because it's shit.
Not uniquely terrifying. Honestly, that was like being in the upside down and having a panic attack all at the same time.
This is why I don't get people presents. Now, we've had a little break, listener, but for you, no time has passed at all.
Yeah, sorry about that. My voice might sound a bit different now.
Attempt 2 at something before our main tat items this week. This has probably been doing the rounds on the internet. It's from the Abergavenny Chronicle, Saturday the 9th of March, 2024.
Okay.
7:54 p.m.
Okay. Is the time relevant?
No,
all right,
not
okay.
at all. It's by Tim Butters, Close Encounters of the Turnip Kind.
Oh, God.
I need to apologise in advance. I've never been good at reading anything out and just distinguish between what's quoted and what's the article. It'll be sketchy all the way through, just pre-warning. An Abergavenny man who headed to the Keeper's Pond to catch a glimpse of the Northern Lights last weekend swears down that although he didn't see the Aurora Borealis, he did make contact with an alien life form.
I love that they've used the term swears down. That is such a
That's a
Welshism. That is such a Welshism. I love it. I swear down. It means that they really promise really, really hard as they can promise anything that they're telling the truth.
Semi-professional long-distance runner Johnny Turnip told the Chronicle that he headed up the Glenavon Road with his trusty Nikon F camera to take a few snaps of the otherworldly phenomenon for a local Facebook community group page. Yet upon arrival, he realised not only had he got the date wrong, but the two friends he'd arranged to meet there were, quote, spitting feathers because they thought Turnip had invited them to an all-night rave as opposed to a heavenly light show. Big Tony and Puerto Rico Paul, they were frothing at the mouth with rage when they realised just how wrong they'd got things, recalled Turnip fondly. Bloody idiots didn't know what the Northern Lights were. Thought it was a bunch of old school DJs from Manchester putting on an event like it was 1989 all over again. To make matters worse, they turned out like a right couple of kippers. White gloves, whistles, bucket hats, dungarees, tie-dye t-shirts, you name it. These couple of tarts were ticking every acid house cliche in the book. It's not healthy for men in their early 50s to be acting like that. Still, it was good to see those two in speaking terms again. Things turned sour between them after an incident in the Guardsman in the early 90s over a baby sham and some questionable sartorial choices.
Baby sham!
90s. They finally buried the hatchet thanks to their shared love of dance music and strobe lights.
Oh my lord.
Turnip told the Chronicle that after laughing at their collective idiocy and reminiscing about the good old days over a flagon of white lightning, the three friends decided to walk from the Keepers to the top of the Blorringe and light a fire. You can't beat a good fire on a cold night, topple mounting, explained Turnip. Big Tony was moaning we didn't have any tyres to burn because he likes the smell and they last a long time. He soon cheered up when I told him, I've got a few cans of deodorant in my rucksack, we can blow them up if we get bored.
Oh, God.
Anyhow, we got to the top, and the Hall of Aber was laid out below us, all lit up like a toy town. It was well depressing. We started in the whiskey, and the mood soon picked up, especially when Puerto Rico Paul started to blast out the Prodigy's No Good Start the Dance in his portable ghetto blaster.
It's so Welsh.
I'm doing my best.
Welsh. No, your accent is great, but these blokes on this story are so Valley boys, they're so Welsh. I love
Definitely real.
I love it.
We were soon guzzling whiskey like those energy drinks the youngsters are addicted to, screaming like lunatics and dancing around the fire like three well-dressed warlocks. We must have looked a right state. It was only then that we noticed the extraterrestrial.
Ooh.
Turnip revealed they noticed a bald-headed stranger sitting cross-legged on the edge of the mountain, gazing intently up at the stars. It was Big Tony who noticed him first, explained Turnip. He stopped dancing and snarled, "Who's a dickhead?" Tom can be like that when he's got a good heart. He'll never start a fight, but having said that, he'll never walk away from one either.
Oh my god.
Personally, I knew straight away it was an alien. I could tell by its posture and its sense of otherness. I've always had a good radar for that sort of thing. As we approached the thing from the skies, Puerto Rico Paul was particularly cautious because he claims he was once abducted by aliens and subject to all sorts of experiments. But to me, that just sounds like wishful thinking. Anyhow, as we got closer, it was making this weird sort of noise, and its eyes firmly fixed on the firmament. It seemed completely indifferent to our presence, and even when Big Tony shouted, "Where are you from, alien? Kent, is it?" The shiny-headed creature just kept making this unsettling noise. We held hands, surrounded it in a circle, and Big Tony asked with a slight edge of hysteria in his voice, "From what distant galaxy have you travelled, space thing?" Yet still it ignored us like we were nothing more than mentally challenged savages. Turnip explained they suddenly noticed the intergalactic visitor was sitting in a circle of toadstools, and Puerto Rico Paul screamed, "It's no alien, it's Twilight Teg! Run before they kidnap us, merry band of brothers, and force us into a life of servitude in the fairy realms." Turnip told the Chronicle, "We hot-heeled it off the mountain like we were being chased like Benny Hill himself. Big Tony tripped on his flares a few times, but we made it back to the keeper's car park in one piece." We were all taught by Puerto Rico Paul's mother, who was known as the Witch of Tudor Street, not to mess with the fairies, or the Twilight Teg as she called them. She always said, if you ever come across the little folk, keep your distance. I always thought she had some sort of weird phobia of dwarfs, but now I've actually met a fairy, I know better. Turnip added, "It was a strange and unsettling experience. I never expected to bump into one on the Blorenge, but life's strange like that. Go for the light, stay for the fairies." Since his encounter with one of the little people, Turnip insists he's been brushing up on fairy lore and believes if he captures one of the Twilight Teg, it'll grant him a wish.
Good luck.
Turnip said, "In hindsight, we were a bit rash to flee the scene. It's not every day you come across a mythical creature who can grant wishes. If I can trap and tame a fairy, the world will be my oyster."
With one wish.
This is part of an ongoing saga of Johnny Turnip,
Is
Puerto
it?
Rico Pearl, and Big Tony. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tim Butters at the Abergavenny Chronicles has been given absolute free reign.
So they're not. He's not created these characters. This is genuine people.
That's not for me to say.
Right. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Either way, it's the most Welshiest Welsh of Welshness I've heard in a while.
You can't just put anything in the paper.
Right then, it's that time of the show where we show each other our tat of choice.
Finally getting around to it this
Yeah.
week.
After about 30 minutes of waffle.
Took us a while.
So because Adam did the news story last, I'm going to go first.
Yep.
I'm not going to talk very long about mine. So he's got his eyes closed
Yep.
and his hands open because he's a good boy.
These are now the rules, apparently.
I never said you had to. Okay. In your hands is the item.
You told me to last week.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can open them immediately if you want to, but I'd be interested to
I'm
see if you
gotta play the
recall what
guessing
this
game.
might be.
Oh, it's fabric.
Correct.
That's the start. So I realised I'm being recorded. I'm fondling the fibre of your fabric.
Lovely.
It's folded a few times. Is it a scarf? No.
No, it's not a scarf.
Oh, it's a jumper of some
It
kind.
is a jumper.
Right. Was this one of the things from the Flamingo shop that we got?
No.
Oh, well, we had the £10 bundle of clothes.
No. Would you like a
Which
clue?
said it included a hoodie or a t-shirt, and none of them were.
Yeah.
None
All
of them
the
was
wolf t-shirts and university jumpers. So
It's got a printed design. I can feel that.
yes.
I've got no idea. If I turn it the right way, I can see if I can guess from feeling the right way.
I'll be really impressed.
I
if
would
you
be
can.
too.
So I will give you a clue. This is not something that I have purchased. This is something that I have had for a long time.
Okay.
And I have shown it to you, but only on one occasion.
Right.
So that's 2 clues, really.
Is it from Shambhala?
No. One more guess.
No, I have to look.
Alright, open your eyes then.
Oh, yes! Awesome! It's your Ghostbusters 2 Who You Gonna Call actual jumper for being a child.
Yes, so I got this beautiful jumper when I was probably 9 or 10 years old. It is a Ghostbusters 2 promotional piece that I cannot find anywhere on the internet. It's not being sold on eBay. Even the reproductions don't have the Who You're Gonna Call on there. There are no originals that I can find. At the bottom of the print, it says circa 1989,
Copyright.
Columbia Pictures. Oh, is that what it's about? C. Well, copyright 1989, Columbia Pictures Industries Inc. All rights reserved.
But yeah, 1989, you've kept this.
I've had this since I was a youngster.
Before I saw the small print, I was trying to see what any information on the label was. It's well washed. The label is absolutely blank.
It was a well-worn and much-loved jumper, which is probably why it survived.
It's got the sort
a
of
lot.
ectoplasmy effect around the no ghost logo as well. I've never seen that design before.
I love it.
It's a genuine collector's item.
Jumper has been with me since I was a wee child. I grew up initially in Milton Keynes. That's Milton Keynes when I get my words out properly. And in Milton Keynes in 1985, they built the Point Cinema, which I'd forgotten was called the Point. I thought it was the Pyramid, but because it looks like a pyramid.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the Illuminati or anything like that. It's just one of those architectural beauties that was created during the time.
Just happens to be next
And the Point Cinema, when it first opened, was owned by AMC, American Movies something.
Company, I think.
I can't remember. I read it earlier. I haven't got it off the top of my head. And I haven't written any notes this week. I wanted to see if I could recall things and say things about the item better without having to read, because I'm not great at reading and speaking aloud. It's not my best thing. In 1989, the cinema was taken over by UCI. And UCI in Milton Keynes had a children's club that ran every Saturday morning, I think. And me and my sister Ruth, we both had passes. They were laminated cardboard with like our name and our our customer number, I suppose.
So you know it's official.
Yeah, so you know it's official.
Yeah,
no, exactly. And it was really special and it was great. And what it meant for Mum and Dad is if they needed to go into Milton Keynes city centre to go and do shopping, they could go into the city centre, drop us off at the Pyramid Cinema.
Way cheaper than the babysitter.
For about £1 or something like that. We'd be entertained for a couple of hours. Mum and Dad would go off and do what they needed to do, and then they'd come back and pick us up and we'd all go home. So we'd had a nice day. They'd had a quiet day shopping. Happy for everybody. Everyone's a winner. And every now and then, with the kids club, if you went to one of their premiere shows, they would do giveaways. And at the end of the movie, someone would come and stand at the front of the screen at the very bottom of, by the bottom row, and they would fling things into the audience. And if you were lucky enough to catch something, you got to keep it. And this jumper is one of those items, and I have never seen another one.
Wow.
And I actually tried it on yesterday, and I can get it on. And it's for a 7-year-old.
That's excellent.
So, winner. So, yeah, I love it. That's my item.
Oh, is that going to be our picture of the item this week?
Oh, no. You won't need to see it stretched over my fine figure. No, that's not necessary for anybody. But there will be photos.
Well, I think you've won this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right.
I did tell you I was going to bring the big guns.
Right then.
Your item, my dear.
Hands out.
Hands are out, flat and together. Eyes are closed. Ooh, that's a funny noise. Has he got wheels?
Oh dear, I'm a bit smaller. Hands just a little bit further apart. There we go.
It's large. It feels like polystyrene. Is it something in polystyrene?
Yes.
Rather than the thing being made of polystyrene? Okay, so
It's a tatty box.
is this your battery car thing?
Yes.
It is it? Awesome.
Computer car.
£8 from the YMCA.
Yeah. That fell out. It's one of
Oh,
the-
right. One of the little auto route things.
That-
This is a really cool item, and I was really impressed when you bought it. I was quite surprised that you'd spent £8 on something, especially untested. But it's got a lovely box that is a bit deteriorated, but it's still got lots of colour on it.
It felt important. That's why I thought,
Yeah. There's
I've not
4
seen one before.
lovely orange and white plastic traffic cones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computer car cards, some instructions, and a very sexy white car
It's
of
based
unknown
on
origin.
it's based on the Ford GT40.
Okay, I'll have to take your word for that.
So originally, prototype was built in Britain.
Oh, and there is a sticker in here.
Oh, I think it's a go
says-
faster number.
It says what? It says Ford 1. So that might have been on it at some point.
Yeah, these were made in Japan by Metoi. They're the company that's just sold them in the UK and
Right.
licensed from Hasbro. In the US, they were called Amaze-O-Matic instead of Computer Car.
Ooh.
I think Computer Car came in 2 versions. One we got the white Ford GT40 and also a red Chevrolet Astrovet concept car.
Oh, that's on the box as
Oh,
well.
yeah, based on a concept for the
It's a
Corvette.
very happy-looking young man with a Beatles haircut and a dad looking lovingly over his shoulder,
Nice.
wearing a turtleneck sweater.
70s family.
They look like they've had their teeth done.
There are about 4 different ones though for the Amaze-O-Matics. It's a battery operated. It's a battery-operated toy car. You feed it a program card into the underside of the car, and it's a strip of card with notches cut into it essentially. And depending how deep you cut the card, it makes it go forward, backwards, left, and right. Because there's
Oh, I see.
each card have 2 sort of spring-retained levers that they ride on the edges of the card as it goes through, and depending on as it's pushing in, that essentially, in inverted commas, programs it.
Ah.
Oh yeah, I'd never got mine to work entirely properly.
Didn't you get it to go backwards?
It just made a tortured mechanical screeching noise, and
Oh.
yeah,
Sounds poorly.
I think only did go in the one direction. But otherwise, yeah, it would have come with 6 pre-programmed cards for the car, 13 blank ones, so you could cut your own,
Oh, right.
and a set of instructions for the car to
Doesn't
follow.
have any of the blank ones by the looks of it.
No, I think they've all been used, or people have experimented with their own tracks. Originally, you would have got a set of 6 little plastic cones for them to drive round. I got lots of the info for this from Fabtin Toys, the Brighton Toy Museum, and also Octavius King did a video in 2019.
No way! Wow.
Yeah, but there is also a Welsh connection, which Octavius' video helped me find. Oh, jog memory, because I didn't do any research, not in the video said. Wiki. So, more than me.
Good old Wikipedia.
Metoi is a British company, started in Northampton in 1934 by Philip Ullman. After World War II, they moved to a huge factory in Forest Park.
Oh, just down the road.
Yep, and in 1956, to take on Dinky Toys, Metoi started making realistic toy cars under the Corgi brand,
Oh.
as a nod to being made in Wales, and they also wanted to get some royal approval and thought it might curry a bit of favour with the Queen,
Well,
naming it after her
It's worth
favourite
trying.
dogs. Sorry, look at you.
No, I was going to move it, but it's fine. Don't worry.
In 1966, they received the Queen's Award to Industry. And Hot Wheels came over from America in the late 60s and absolutely ate their lunch. And there was a devastating factory fire in 1969. Their founder, Philip Ullman, died in 1971. They closed a factory in Northampton, the 70s and the 80s. So
Wow.
further financial losses for the company. Brands and kids also get a lot less interested in playing with toy cars. In 1982, Metoi launched the very short-lived Dragon Data, making the
Ooh.
Dragon 32 and Dragon 64 computers. That company then went into receivership in 1984.
What a shame.
Corgi then had a management buyout in 1984 as well, including the Swansea factory. The factory was bought by Mattel in 1989, and then they closed the factory in 1991, moving production to Leicester. But 3 of the 4 factory buildings are still on the Forest Park industrial
Are they?
estate. Should we go visit one day?
I think we should.
We have to try and make it a weekday or
Yeah,
Saturday.
I bet the cardboard box factory is one of them.
But it's one of the huge buildings on. The oldest is on. White City Road behind American Golf. It's the oldest building.
Right.
Second is the huge building on Queensway, now called Henley House. The third oldest building was torn down, and the newest, as far as I can see from Street View, from the gates outside, there's Western Carbon and a surfboard repair company using that bit of the unit. So the sign's from about 2022, but it also does say burgers and fries might be down there. So
oh, sweet.
We get some
a meal. Yeah, lovely.
But yeah, thanks very much to World of Dragon and ForestWellHistory.com.
Diolch yn fawr.
But yeah, definitely this week, you win. Hands down.
Yay!
Limited edition Ghostbusters 2 jumper and preserved. Excellent.
Yeah, I mean,
easy winner.
The print on it is still in an excellent condition. The only thing that has suffered is the label on the back collar. That's it. It's great. I love it. Thank you. I win. Yay!
It still fits.
Yeah. I can't believe that happened. Probably shouldn't fit, and I'm never going to wear it, but I love it.
Previously on Nessie Hunt, Karen's rolled pretty much bugger all. I've got 2 sonars on the go, freebie from some very, very wealthy men with a yacht, and I've managed to bag myself a nice research grant from HIDB, the Highlands and Islands Development Board research grant, for all the equipment I don't happen to have at the moment. But it's my round. I'm yet to deploy or buy anything.
Yes, and I am the strange man walking around the edge of the loch just with a pair of binoculars because he doesn't own any equipment yet to do anything useful with.
Oh, hang on. We're getting our
New round money. 150. 150. It's the start of the round, so you can buy equipment if you wish.
I'm still renting this 2 sonars.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get 30... Oh, hang on. 10 minutes start. Can I get £30 back, please?
No, you cannot. Yes, you can. Hang on. 1, 2, 30 well-earned refunded pounds.
I'm not going to buy any more equipment just yet.
Okay.
I'm going to see how well these sonars do. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing.
Hooray!
Your round.
Finally. Right. Okay, yeah, me. 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! 6F. That means I get a logistics card because there's an asterisk on it. Finally, something. Computer enhancement is a process developed by NASA to improve the clarity of deep space pictures. It is a useful tool but may not always produce the results you may be expecting. Retain this card until you wish to use it. Pay £50 to the sponsor, which is the bank, and give him... okay.
Yes, men know about money.
Yes. Give said sponsor any surface camera evidence card, underwater camera evidence card that you have prepared to risk. Oh, no, that you are prepared to risk. Sorry, I can't read out loud very well. Throw the dice. 1 or 2, you lose your evidence card. It was a log. 3 or 4, you keep your card. There was no improvement. 5, the enhancement worked. Keep your card and take another of the same type. What card? Or evidence. Okay. And 6, the enhancement was great value. Keep your card and take 2 more of the same type. Sponsor, adjust tally sheet. Okay. Well, I don't own any equipment or anything like that at the moment, so I will keep this card to one side until I wish to use it.
Okay. Over to me.
Over to you and the £150 for surviving another round.
Thank you. And
You're
I've
welcome, sir.
still got those 2 sonars out.
Oh yeah,
so
give me 120.
There's 120 back to the bank.
And that is going on the bottom of the banker's pile.
And I'm still not going to buy any equipment with my grant yet.
Okay. Are you hoping just for
4.
like to spot Nessie from a plane
1,
or something?
2, 3, 4. I'm hoping for some eyewitnesses or seeing what these sonars turn up.
Oh yeah, good point actually. Right.
Oh, maybe I should move them next. Oh, they haven't done anything so far.
No, that's true. Right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
2B with an asterisk. What does the logistics card say? As a result of a local radio interview, you gain some members who feel sorry for your financial predicament. If anybody feels sorry for me for my financial predicament in real life, please feel free to step forward and donate anything you like. If you have over £200 in cash, pass this card to the player on your left. If all players have over £200, this card must be returned to the pack. If you have £200 or less, you receive donations of £100 plus £20 for each evidence card you hold. We both have over £200,
You've got too much money. You've got to
and
do-
there are no evidence cards,
Put that
so
back in
that
the
is
pack.
going to the bottom of the pile.
Ah,
Fucking useless game.
the public have been rubbish so far.
They really have. Right, on you.
Yep, I'm just going to roll. Oh, hang on. Money's.
Oh, carry on rolling. I'll just divvy up the dollars.
Just give me the money minus the.
Oh, so you just want 30?
Yeah, I'm keeping the sonas out.
Okay.
2. 1, 2. Oh, I get a logistics card.
Ooh, fancy.
The official Loch Ness Monster exhibition. That's. Ah,
How do
I
you
read this
pronounce
far
it?
too quickly. Drumnadrocht? Drumnadrochit? The official Loch Ness Monster exhibition wishes to display some of your material.
At Drumnanochich.
Collect £50 plus £10 for each evidence card you hold.
Oh, there's a shame you haven't got any.
I hold none.
How do we get evidence cards? I don't know. Right. Let's see what happens. We're probably playing this entirely wrong.
I think we have to get round the board. So, if the British or Japanese tokens land on their starting squares, there is no monster seen during that round.
Okay.
Position head and neck token. So that's that phallic looking fella. Count 4 left and right. And 4 up and down. Position underwater monster tokens. Where?
But count up and down, left and right. From where?
It says use only as a guide.
Okay.
Right, I guess when the first of us to get round,
Yeah.
we'll just randomly plop that on the board.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
fine.
close your eyes and just.
As long as there's 4 hexagons either side of it,
Yeah,
it's fine. Okay, cool. Right.
yeah. Well,
My turn?
yeah, because I had to put that card back.
3. 1, 2, 3. I got an asterisk. Let's see what logistics have to say. Oh, I got another wordy
Neither
card.
of us are far from a home square.
Oh no, I've got an inappropriate. I've got a trump card. It is suggested that you keep this card until its purpose becomes clear through playing the game. Oh, yay. Also, it will be of greater value when most of your equipment is deployed. You can use this card to change the capital letter to that of your choice. Present it and state the letter of your choice immediately before the first player throws their dice in stage 1.
I guess it's when you've got stuff out in the hexagons, you can choose your location
Okay.
for something. I don't know.
Okay, fine, whatever. Carry on, your turn.
I thought when you said trump card, I was going to say it doesn't like the Loch Ness monster spoiling a view from the golf course. That's why he doesn't like wind turbines. 3. 1, 2. Oh, I get a logistics card too. While the field leader of your expedition is away, your entire crew leave their posts to watch a UFO. Miss one turn while you explain that it was Colonel Blatchford Snell of Operation Raleigh trying out a hot air balloon. If you have less than 200 in cash, he gives you a £100 donation. Oh, I've got. Hang on. No, I've got just a bit over.
Yeah, you haven't got more than 2.
Bloody Colonel flying over in his hot air balloon.
How dare he?
Well, they're looking in the wrong way for the bloody Loch Ness monster. You know, it's not up in the fucking sky.
No.
What the hell is my team like?
Unidentified flying monster.
So just 30 for me.
Okie dokie. Again, just 30 for Adam because he's got 3 sonars and I've got a pair of binoculars and an old man walking stick. Hang on.
I do get to miss a go.
Can I give you 50 and will you give me 20? Because I think I'm running out of tens.
Yeah.
Thank you. Diolch.
Nice doing business with you.
Pleasure. Croeso. What are we on the timer?
1 minute.
Quick, right.
You get 2 rolls.
3. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. You. Quick.
I miss a go.
Oh, I didn't
Back
think.
to you.
Oh, fuck. 2, 1. I made it to my square. What do we do when I get? Is that the end of the first round? Is that the end of phase 1, stage 1?
Yeah, you get to drop the...
Oh, the head or the underwater one?
The phallic one.
The phallic. Oh, I get to drop the penis on the
That's it.
board.
Just close your eyes and drop it somewhere.
1, 2. No, it's got to go across one. There we are. He's there. I have placed him on the board.
We have Nessie on the board. Don't know what any of us can do with that yet. Well, I guess we'll find out shortly.
3.
1, 2, 3, and that's an absolute whole heap of nothing for me. 10 seconds.
I knocked
You
him.
knocked over Nessie.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got an asterisk. Quick. Super fast reading. Ernest and Whitney. Balls. Chartered accountants assist you and raise sponsorship from the venture capitalists. Collect an interim payment of £100. Woo! Thank you. I'll do that. I'll happily
And I
take
think
£100.
we have about 2 rounds worth of money each as well.
Oh, no, I gave you money on the... Oh, or did I? No. 1, 2.
Right.
There's your 3.
Alright, we'll cash up and we'll be back in the next episode.
And that's the final segment of the show, Bibliotat. Arthur at Channel 84 said something about a grant if we include a book, so I said yes.
Have you figured out the terms and conditions yet?
Not seen any money yet.
Okay.
So,
Well, for the sake of the 50 pence I spent on what I'm about to reveal, I don't think we need to worry too much about grant money. Are you ready to learn some really important wisdom?
yes.
Huge question mark on a raised eyebrow. I present to you Pocket RuPaul Wisdom. Witty quotes and wise words from a drag superstar.
Which of did we see this in again?
Oh,
Is it wine? No, it's not wine.
looking at the label, I would say that's probably the Red Cross.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It doesn't actually say, but when you go to as many charity shops as we do, you learn what the labels look like. We're a little bit sad, sorry about that.
Yeah, it looks Red Cross or British Heart Foundation.
Yeah. So I won't bore you with a lot of the details. I went through this almost 100-page book and picked out some quotes that I thought might be of interest.
Okay.
Now, I will say, the first time I read through this, I thought, RuPaul hasn't said any of this. None of this says it's RuPaul, but it's just where these quotes were sourced from. But it was RuPaul that had said them.
Okay.
So, quote number 1 is from the drag section of the book. I think there's 5 sections. Drag queens are like the Marines of the LGBT movement. We suit up, we show up, and we're always ready to serve. And that was from the Metro Weekly on the 7th of April, 2016. Do you feel wisdom osmosed?
Not particularly, I'll be honest.
Okay, we'll move on to quote.
Sorry, Ru.
We'll move on to quote 2. Is from Movie Line, 1st of February 2010. Don't let people or society or your idea of yourself keep you from living the life and enjoying all that life has to offer. So live and enjoy life and just, yeah. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's good, solid. Yeah, exactly. That's good, solid advice. And the best one, this is my favourite quote of the whole book, and it's in the life section, and it is literally me. Use all the colours, touch all the toys, and lick all the candy. Do it all. And that is from Vice on the 25th of August, 2016.
You're going to have to buy all that candy after, though.
Yeah, unless nobody sees me licking it. I know, that is gross. Ignore the fact that I just said that. So, and the very last page, I guess is kind of apt, is Sashay Away from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 1, Episode 1, on page 95 from the live section.
I will be honest, other than that catchphrase and who RuPaul is, that's all I'm aware of RuPaul.
I wasn't expecting me or RuPaul to change your life for you, but do you feel like you've had knowledge imparted to you?
I've heard some stuff today.
Does this book fit very nicely into the tap section of Bibliotat?
Absolutely. 50p from the charity shop.
Yeah, can't go wrong, really. And, you know, it looks cool on my touch shelf, and I'm probably never going to read it again. So, yeah, there's Bibliotat for the week.
Well, we've all made it to the end of another episode.
Excellent. Congratulations. Well done, everybody.
And you can see photos of everything we've talked about today on the blog. And we are part of the Studio Channel 84 network. Check it out for The Variety Show, Untitled Trek Show, and Who Takes the Socks Off at channel84.co.uk.
All amazing shows, all really funny guys, way funnier than we are. Please give them your ears, they're brilliant.
Adam and Karen have been lightly used. Visit lightlyused.co.uk for more. To get in touch, email pod@lightlyused.co.uk.
I go to his Windsor Davis, you groovy boy. I've got to do a South Wales accent. Right, now then. Right. Where you?
But
Easy man.
This was a Studio Channel 84 network show. To find more, head over to channel84.co.uk now.